What's up, everyone? This is Ace Corner Talk. Just coming back to you, giving you a little bit of content. Hope everybody enjoyed their Sunday. Hope everything is well with you and your families, those who are watching, those who will be watching. Hope that everything is in its working order. Today, we want to talk about double standards, men versus women. Okay, we want to get into a conversation about double standards, men versus women. But before I jump into that, I'm going to give you an announcement. If anybody is in seek of obtaining their GED or they're in seek of obtaining their high school diploma, if you contact ace.barbertalk@gmail.com, I will be able to direct and guide you to the proper person that will be able to help you, so that way you can get your GED. So for the announcement, before I get into my topic, if you are in seek of GED or high school diploma, if you want to walk across the stage, let me know. It doesn't matter the age. I will put you in touch with somebody that will help you and assist you in getting your classes, okay? So with all that being said, y'all see the description, double standards, men versus women. And let me put this disclaimer out there. Parental discretion is advised, because there might be some things said that it might be a little bit inappropriate for a younger audience or younger ears to listen. So I did put that out there. So anybody watching in, parental discretion is advised. So if the content gets a little bit for somebody's ears, I put the disclaimer there so you'll understand that some of the choice words of some people might not be suitable for younger audience, okay? So this is Ace. I'm Ace. This is Ace Corner Talk. Glad that y'all can be listening in, watching in. And if you haven't, please subscribe. And if you haven't, put a thumbs up on any videos, thumbs up. And as always, you're able to comment and you're able to chat and converse with me. And you're able to put how you feel on the chat. If you like what's being said, if you enjoy the convo, please put that. All right. If you're saying right now, hey man, I'm sick of all of this stuff that you're saying, okay, you can put that too. Whatever. So I appreciate each and every one of you for being on. Okay. Let me get this stuff set up here. All right, cool. So now I got my chat open where I can see everybody who's going to be chatting in. And when my hands get free, I'll be able to throw something up there. Something like that. All right, cool. So now, those who are not familiar, if you look wherever you're looking from, the chat is either on your left or your right. I'm not sure how your computer's set up, your phone's set up. You can be able to chat, converse, back and forth, okay? So we're talking about men, double standards, men versus women. And I'm going to start off, and this is just my opinion, starting off, just my opinion, all right? Just one man's opinion. And I believe in building families from the inside out, all right? So we're going to talk about the role of a man. This is from my opinion. So my opinion about the role of a man is that the man is the head, right? He's up here. He's the provider of the household. He brings home the bacon. He take care of his family. He take care of the duties around the household. That's just my opinion now. This is my opinion. My opinion of what the man role is: married, not married, shacking, not shacking, chilling with his girl, whatever the case is. My opinion is the role of the man in the household is that he's the head of that household. that he brings home the bacon. He's the leader. He's the first partaker. He's the one that goes out, kills the cow, slaughters the deer, brings it home, etc. You understand? I might be expressive with it, but that's what I'm gearing to. Okay. So my thing is, the man has to be the first one to lead out in everything that's done, and everything that from that point centers around from where he sets the standard of that household. Now, hear me out. I don't want nobody coming at me for the way I see things, because there's the chat. You can disagree with me if you do. All right? It's just one man's opinion. Now, I want to get into the role of a woman. Now, Beth said, like what's his name on Good Times? James Evans. The kitchen in the bedroom. That's what he said to Florida. The kitchen in the bedroom. So, hey, that's all I need. Let me stop. Let me stop messing with y'all. No. Okay, the role of a woman. She's supposed to be the support to the man. She's supposed to be the help to the man. She's supposed to go out. You know, if she needs to get a job, get a job. If she needs to support the man in any way, so forth, no problem. Okay? She's the provider, keeps the household in check, keeps things looking good around the household. Cool. All right? Not saying that she has to be the man's shadow. All right? Let's not get this twisted. The woman does not, I'm not saying that the woman has to be the man's shadow. All right? Because a woman has her own mind. She has her own decisions. She can go out there and do her own thing, get her own job, and all that other stuff, okay? So we're not talking about the woman being the shadow of the man. But what I am saying, she is the help to the man. So they all work together. The man and the woman, whether you're married, not married, you've been with her for 16 years, 17 years, that's your girl, your homegirl, y'all cool, whatever label you want to title, okay, I'll go with your narrative. But what I am saying is, the man's role in the house, right? And the woman's role in the house, I believe that the woman, she should be a help to the man, all right? And when I'm here, I tell my wife, hey, I want my dinner cooked. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no games. My stuff need to be hot and ready. I need my stuff ready. You understand? Because I'll turn into Ike real quick in a minute. Huh? Annie Mae, what? Huh, Annie Mae, what would you say about that cake? Eat the cake, Annie Mae. You know, I'm full of the jokes today. It's Sunday. I'm on my geek tip, all right? So never mind me. I don't act like that. I'm not like that, okay? I'm not like that to my wife. You know, my wife is feisty. She'll fight back. So I can't play those games, okay? But what I am saying is this. There is a double standard when it comes to the men versus the women. We about to get deep into some real talk. And I might not be able to get into all of it right now, okay? It might have to protrude into a part two. So I'm going to try to give what I can now, and then I'm supposed to have some guests coming on. It's supposed to be a lively show today. It's supposed to get live. But if they come on before the time it is time for me to shut down, we're going to have a part two, and then tomorrow we'll pick right back up and go full force, all right? So if y'all agree with that, I'm in agreement with it. We can move forward, all right? Thank everybody for looking in. So now, there is a double standard, because we gotta think. When it comes to men could be players, men could be dogs, you know, roo, that's my dog, yeah, you know, and every time somebody address, hey, what's up, player? So we could be viewed as players, we could be viewed as dogs, we could be viewed as so many different things, right? But when it comes to women, if they have a different lifestyle, or if they have a different way of thinking about things, they are viewed as sluts, right? So I told you, parental discretion is advised, all right? So I'm gonna try to clean this thing up. I ain't going, let's get it. That's right. So I'm gonna try to keep it basic, all right, without going too far left. So there is a double standard there, because on one hand you have strong-headed women that say, okay, and this might get. I don't want to sound like I'm a chauvinist. I'm not. Okay, I'm just giving two point of views. All right. I'm not a chauvinist. I don't think that women are just supposed to be barefoot pregnant in the house. That's it. That's not my thought. So let me put that out there just in case you might think Ace is talking about, well, man, he was on there talking about women supposed to be barefoot pregnant and just popping out babies all day and just sex slaves. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not. But I am giving some perspective since I don't have the other guests on right yet. So I am giving two perspectives that could be this or could be that, depending on where you at in your life and how you view it or how you see it. That's all I'm doing. So I don't want y'all to just get the noose out for me yet. Just hold on, okay? So there's a thing where men are viewed different than women. And it's facts, man. I don't care how you rationalize it. It's facts. Because on one hand, you got the brothers who can sleep with about 5 or 10 women, bigging up the day. What's up, my dog? Right? And y'all, we got our men conversation. I ain't gonna reveal too much about what men talk about, but yeah, I just knocked down about 5 of them last night. And I might be exaggerating, but I just knocked down about 2 or 3 of them. So there was some good things, whatever. But then you got a woman that might say, I just had 2 dudes, whatever. It's looked upon a little different. It just doesn't sound right. All right? When a woman talks like a man, when it comes to describing those type of actions, right? So, and I'm not going far left. I'm giving scenarios because this is real life. This is real life. This is what we deal with in our household, out our household. We hear it. So don't get too sensitive about what's being talked about because it's real talk. It's real life, right? So okay, so we got Rella Ann that says men get away with too much, and that's not really the case, because when it comes to men, when we do something, we get a pass in so many cases because we're viewed as dogs. I don't care what you say. That's my opinion. We as men are viewed as dogs. When they look at us, and you might have a little swag to you. You might be fresh to death. You might got a little cologne on, smelling good. You might be loud. Might got a little piece of stone on you. Whatever. Okay. So somebody might put you in a category as being a player. Maybe that's just your style. Maybe you like to wear a little stone, a little jewelry. Maybe you just like to look nice. Okay. But you'll automatically be grouped into a category as to say that that's a player. I know he knocking about 2 or 3 down at a time. Yeah, that's that man there. But I don't think that's always the narrative. I don't think that's always the case, okay? Because me, like myself, I might have a few stones here and there. I might have a little nice watch or whatever. I ain't a player. That's just the way I like to get down. I like to look nice, all right? So, but some people might classify me as a player if they see me on the outside. Not the case. So we men, and I'm sticking up for my brothers. Come on, brothers. Where y'all at in the chat, man? Where my boys at, man? Where y'all at? Where my backup? We got a number of women in the chat right now blowing my head off, man. Where y'all at? Flippy? What's up, man? Shakur? What's up? Where the brothers? Huh? So I'm just saying, we as men, we get the bad rap. Even the good men get the bad rap. We get the bad rap because it has been looked at that all men have the dog tendencies. Okay, that's a touchy situation. We all get that rap that all men have that dog tendency. As soon as we see a little hottie go by, she might look like some. We run in and chase. That's not always the case, man. There are some good brothers out there that ain't worried about that little chick running around there that's gonna sleep with you, your cousin, your brother. We're not worried about all that. Some of us men keep our focus. You know what I'm saying? So I'm addressing that because we do get that rap. Now, on the flip side of it, you got the women out there that is supposed to be holding the man down. That's supposed to be your girl. That's supposed to be your lady. It's supposed to be just, y'all two bigging it up. And then here come this slick dude from down the street and he trying to get at your girl, right? Here come this guy trying to get at your girl and trying to have relations or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to go there with it, right? So depending on where you might be in your relationship and how you and your girl or your spouse or your wife or husband or whatever view that relationship, it can go there. It might can. Because she might be like, oh, they ain't nothing but old squad I'm dealing with. I'm just chilling with. He ain't none. You know, what's up with you? And then it pops off from there. But is it a double standard? Why do men catch the flag when women get a pass, or why do women catch the flag when men get a pass? Because you can go on World Star right now and you can see all the ratchetness between men and women. You know, they got all kind of videos between men and women. And there is a double standard. There is a strict code that society has when it comes to viewing men. And then you can even take it back to brothel days, back in the early 1900s when the brothel type of stuff was going. You know, I believe that's where it originated from, where we as men got the title dogs, and where we got that title. You know, I'm not gonna say no good, but we inherited that title from around that time because it was men that had the brothels that was running things. Then it turned from the men to the madams. From the madams, like the madams were the one that was running the house, running the things. And so then it turned from that to the early 60s and 70s where the men's was pimps. You know, they had a couple of girls running the street. Let me tell you something, go on over there and make that money. Go on over there and make the money now. You ain't doing right now. And then, you know, it got into that. So where the men was pimping out girls. So we inherited some of that. But now looking at it today, can you still view us men with that same logic? Can you still view those who are trying to get it right in the household? Those men who are trying to be serious, upstanding guys? Can you still view us like that? Even though that past and that stigma has followed us? I mean, because if you look at it, okay, all right, time out. All right. All right, time out. So we got Relan in here. She's shooting shots fired over here. She says, men are worse. Sorry. Laughing out loud. Here we go. See, here we go. Well, thank God we got Shakur, we got Zip, we got Zeus's Flippy, we got some backup. Okay. We just different. That's right. We just different. That's right. Come on. Where my fellas at? Huh? Where y'all at? Where we at now? You got to help me out because I'm not going to take all the heat here. Shots is fired. Man down. So where my help? Okay. So knowing this, and I'm talking about this because we're talking about strengthening the inside of the families, inside out. We want to know, why do us as men, why do we catch the flag in what we do? Why do we are looked upon as if we're just dogs and each and every man is a dog? Not the case in every situation. Now, it could be some down low cheating. It could be some down low stuff. Okay? All right. You got that. Okay? It's out there. We're not going to turn a blind eye to that. It's out there. Okay, fine. But now, why do we get that flack? Why do we as men get the flack about us being dogs and about us being, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna watch my wording carefully, all right? Because I don't want nobody to try to use my words against me. But why do we get the pimp title and we ain't even involved in the action? If you're gonna call me pimp, at least see a couple of girls hanging off me and at least see me doing some tricking stuff. Don't call me a pimp if I ain't a pimp. You know, call me king or call me, you know, brother or something. Hey, what's up, pimp? I mean, even though that's the normal, now that used to be the thing. Hey, what's up, pimp? You know, what's up, pimping, big pimping, or whatever. But to be realistic and to be real about it, right? Let's get real. To be real about it, we get the title even though we are not in the action, okay? So we're looking at this from 2 points of views, right? So we got the men who we call players, and we got the women who we call sluts. Let's get real. They call the women sluts. She could be a hood chick, hood rat. They used to call them, chicken heads, right? Now they call them thoughts, man. Each generation got their own way of explaining and talking about they females, right? Because it used to be chicken head, cluck, cluck, and all that, right? So that used to be the thing. Y'all know what I'm saying? Come on, fellas, where y'all at, man? What's up with the chat? Come on, we need the chat popping, man. I need to hear something for you brothers. Wasn't the lingo chicken heads? Where are y'all at? Huh? Didn't they used to call females chicken heads? And now they done migrated from chicken heads to thoughts, right? It's the thought now. And y'all know what that is, right? That hole over there. Ain't that right? There we go. Come on, fellas. Stop being scared. Stop being scared. Stand up. We got enough weak men out there already. We need some brothers in standing up. All right. So they went from, chicken heads to thoughts. So now each gender has their own particular identity that society has deemed us. Okay. All right. So one thing I want to do, I apologize. All right. I want to, before I continue, I just want to big up. I want to say I'm bigging up the Suicide 29. Peace, my brother. That's one of the brothers that, is affiliated with my channel. I want to big up, T-Duck. He's another one that's affiliated with the channel. And I want to big up Logic, Food Shelter Clothing. Bigging up you, brother. He's affiliated with the channel when they can come in. So these are guests that could appear when they're able to. All right. So I'm bigging up them, and also in a minute while I'm in this rhythm and this mindset, I want to big up one of my big brothers, Kane. So Kane, salute to you, good brother. He's out there in Atlanta, VA, Atlanta, Georgia. So I want to big up my brother out there holding it down. I know it's rough on you, big homie. But, stay strong. What you're going through, stay strong, bruh. And hopefully everything will turn around. If not, get your tail back to Baltimore so we can do what we do, baby. All right? That's a strong dude. He's holding his family down. His wife just went through surgery. And I'm going to tell you something, man. He's a big, strong dude, man. So everything big up to you. All right, Kane? Peace, bro. Now, getting back to this. Let's get back to this. Thoughts, all right? That hole over there. All right, that's the new lingo for our sluts that used to be chicken heads, and before that used to be sluts. So now instead of we just call them sluts, we just call them thoughts, basically, right? Meaning she'll sleep with him, sleep with him, sleep with her, sleep with this, right? Parental discretion is advised, okay? I'm a Christian brother, but I'm not using no foul language. So don't go out there and say, oh, that brother, he's supposed to be saved and he out there using curse words and all this up. No, I'm not. Okay, so don't get this twisted. I'm not out there foul mouth language and all that. I'm borderline using this so you can get the whole perspective of what I'm talking about. So I don't want y'all brothers out there trying to clip my stuff and use this against me to say that I'm out there using foul language. I'm not. I'm using everyday lingo that you might hear on Atlanta Housewives and all the other stuff y'all love and hip hop and hit this and all that stuff. You love it, so you hear it every day on TV. All right, so I'm not going there with it. But anyway, chicken heads. That's right. Zeus's Flippy said chicken head. Sakura said scallywags. Those are all the names. Hey, don't hate the messenger. I'm just reading what was being said. All right. So we do got those titles, but to bring it in, right? We have a double standard going on here, and we got to address this. In order to correct the family structure, we got to figure out why is there a double standard? Because now we got women activists out there that say they don't need a man, that say they can do it all on their own. Okay, I'm not fighting you about that. Let's take the boxing gloves off, right? You take your gloves off, I'm going to take mine off, and we can come together and reason for a second. I'm not fighting you on your woman activists and how you feel about that and the direction you take in your life when it comes to women activists, sticking up for women, women power, women, all that. Okay, fine. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to play games with that. I'm not going to take it too lightly and joke you about what you believe in as far as the women activists, but I do believe the strength that we have as a family first starts with the man, period. Right now, you got women that are raising single families, right? But it's very hard on them. But what if they had a man that had his mind? What if they had a man that had his mind? Okay, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hello? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Okay, I'm about to hang up. Anyway, so with that being said, women, you need a man in a household. I'm not saying every woman has to have a man, because the Bible talks about widows, and if you're a widow, you ain't got to wed again and all that other stuff. But I am talking about, you know. All right, let's see where we going at this. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? This is Ace Corner Talk. Hello.
Hey, Ace. This is Rella Ann.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rella Ann, the one that's making my live chat liven up over here with all these shots fired around here. What's going on? How are you?
You going a little too hard on the women.
Okay.
Gonna have to calm that down a little bit, because my heart is beating fast.
Oh my God.
So you're gonna have to calm some of that down.
Okay, I understand. Wait a minute. Gloves off. Take your gloves off for a minute. Just take your gloves off. Easy. Okay. Now, I'm setting a plateau. Okay. I told you it might sound like I'm not that. What you just trying to describe, I'm not that. I'm just giving two sides of the story. That's all. I'm just giving a little bit more narrative to the women first, then I'll jump back on the men. Is that cool?
Dig deeper on the men's side, because if the men were doing what they were supposed to be doing at home in the first place, and they talk to their women with respect, and they did not talk down to them, a lot of those women wouldn't have low self-esteem and would not be out in the streets acting as if they were those names. Okay. They shouldn't be called those names in the first place. So they should be looked at as queens. Okay. So if they're looked at as queens, then men are not taking their place in their rightful place as kings. So if you're not taking your rightful place as a king, then you cannot say anything about a woman being a thigh, a hole, a slut, or anything, because you're not doing your job as a king.
Okay, sis. Wait a minute. Okay,
so you have to get that straight. Number one, because the man is supposed to be the head.
Okay, can you hear me? Hold on, caller. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got you. Okay. All right. Let's slow down for a minute. I got you. So I hit two narratives there. All right. If you was listening earlier, I don't know if you was on earlier watching. Before, when I went in my introduction, you could see that a lot of what I was saying was where it originated from and where it came from. I was talking about how, men, they had the brothels and things like that. Then it went from the brothels to the pimps, and then it went from the pimps to where we at now, right? So it kind of morphed into what it is now. So each person have their own perspective about it. Like they play their own role in it, right? They play their own role in where they are in the structure of family. They play their own role. That's just what it is. Now, I can't put all the blame on the man, and I can't put all the blame on the woman, because when you look at it,
even it out a little bit better though. And so you have some harsh words for women, and you need to come up with some more harsh words for men besides dogs. Because in a man's nature, it is to be loyal to a woman, but hump anything. That's the definition of a dog. A dog will hump anything but stay loyal and come back home to its master.
Oh, man. Man down.
It will hump everything in sight.
Man down.
That's a definition of a dog, and that's in a man's nature until he matures and grows up in himself, and then he's no longer labeled as that dog. But in a man's nature, he is loyal to one in his mind and in his heart. But that does not stop him from something and laying with another person.
Hey, look, this the white flag. Man down. Boat is sinking, man. I'm out, man. I'm tapping out, brothers. Where y'all at, man? I don't hear nothing from y'all. Come on, man. Where's my help at? She bringing up some valid points, okay? But when there's a but, that means there's a continuation. So let's continue, okay? Now. Okay, what about if the man haven't been trained by another man how to be a man? Okay, we don't get a pass for that. We don't get a pass for that. What if we never had mentors in our life? Wait. Hold on, caller.
It gets worse as the generations go because the man is not staying home doing his job, raising his boys. So then his boys grow up and his boys don't know how to be men.
Okay, caller.
So then they go and then hurt some other woman, and then that woman is tarnished. Her self-esteem is down. So then she's labeled as this, that, and third because she's trying to find love, trying to find somebody to treat her right, but she done got 3 or 4 guys on her rap sheet now because she went from one to the next and they all hurt her. So all she's doing is trying to find somebody to love her, but they don't want to be with her without the sex.
Hey, okay, cool. She got Zeus 50 said she got us. He put them okay, she got good points, and I'm not disputing that because what she's saying is factual and it has facts to it. But hold on, wait a minute. I gotta defend you brothers, man. Come on, where you brothers at? I'm sticking up for y'all. Y'all gotta at least meet me halfway, brothers. All right? Wait a minute, caller. Hold on, caller. Okay.
And I hope that somebody else calls in or one of your guest tunes in so they can get on and give their perspective from the man's point of view.
Please.
So from a woman's point of view, you're going a little too hard on the females' names, and those names come from the men that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay. They're insecure of themselves, so they label us with these names.
That's cool.
So
that's cool.
If you do your part,
I'm giving the men names too now.
Then you won't add those names.
Okay, caller, I'm giving the men's names too now. Don't think I'm just giving women names. I'm giving men names too now.
Yeah, you gotta get another name than dog because we love dogs. You gotta come up with another name.
I said pimp and player. That's just as good. That's the same thing, ain't it?
Pimp and player. That's not harsh. That's cool. That's a cool name.
All right. Well,
for a person that sleeps and cheats, that's a cheater.
Okay, we'll go there.
Person in character. So a player is not a good definition for a cheater.
All right, so we're gonna go there.
You can go a little bit deeper.
Okay, I'm going there. All right, caller. Thank you for the call. Woo! Boy, shots is fired. Shots is fired, man. Where y'all at, brothers? Y'all let me sit out here and sink. Caller's burying me over here, man. But it's true. But my thing is, and I want to point this out, if a man has not been taught how to be a man, he has to defend for himself and take in what he sees and what he has inquired as he went along in life. So I can't put all the blame on the man and say, if he do this for a woman or to a woman, then a woman will be better off, because it goes to who is imputing the knowledge, the wisdom, and the know-how in that man for him to be an upstanding person in society. Now, I know people will say, well, through who lens are we looking at to say how he should be or shouldn't be? Well, if you wouldn't want your mother to be disrespected, or if you don't want your daughter to be disrespected, then I think that should be a proper lens to look through to say, I think he should be at least, or possess at least this amount of character in order to be viewed as somebody upstanding. I mean, that's where it boils down to. It boils down to at least having the correct character, or at least having enough maturity in him to be able, to say, yeah, he can deal with my sister. That's my sister. He can deal with my sister because I like his vibes. I like who he is as an individual. Or he can deal with my mother he can date my mother, you know, because us men, we protectors of our mothers. Now, if your mother's a widow, or she doesn't have, you know, or she doesn't have a spouse or a mate or whatever, and she might be in the dating field, you know, you get protective over your mother. You might be like, well, you know what? I don't want this dude hanging around my mother. I don't like his character. I don't like the way he, you know, looks at me, talks to me, whatever. But Carla did have some points, man, and she was firing off, and it was kind of hard to slow her down. She just kept going. So at least with that being said, I need some brothers to at least speak up, man, you know, because we get the rap. Even though we're the head, we get that rap. And what my goal and my objective is to put enough awareness out there about where we are as men and why are our standards as men got to be watered down, and why do we got to be looked at as feminine, and why do we got to be looked at as weak? Okay, we're not weak. Men are built to be strong. We take on the characteristics of trying to play the role or play that role just because we don't want to engage in any combat. But this is war, man. We're in a fight, and we're up against some adversaries that do not care about any of that. We got to be strong-minded, strong-headed, ready to move forward. This is Ace Corner Talk. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello?
My name is Common, but my tribal name is He Who Calls Like Fox.
Hello?
400 years ago, your neighborhood's land belonged to the Wampanoag tribe. Have you heard of us?
Not really. Thank you for the call, though.
We're...
Okay. We got trolls again. Here we go. Anytime we get to talking some real talk, you get them trolls in there talking that foolishness, right? Here we go again. But anyway, yeah, no doubt, Rella, and all peace and love to you too after you done blasted my whole platform and got all the men scared to chat in. Okay, you done lit my whole chat now. It's silent as two Rottweilers outside eating a beef steak. Woo! She just came in and ripped my whole platform up. Now you brothers is running with the tail between y'all legs, man. Y'all need to speak up, man. At least give some good pointers about the brothers, man. Come on, man. At least shed some light on what we do as brothers and how, you know, how we move forward as brothers. That's what we need to do. You feel me? Come on. What good do we do? We got good qualities as men, you know. I need somebody. Come on, brothers. List something that we do as men. List some things that we do that is good in society, man. You know, we got some lawyers out there, and we got some good brothers that, you know, we got some singers and entertainers. We got some, and let's keep it real. You know, we got some, we got some, you know, practitioners. We got some, you know, dentists. We got a lot of brothers that are in the fields that they could be utilized in too, you know? So we got a lot of brothers that do good things, and we might not get the recognition for it. The very time they'll engage in that type of a field, we'll be looked at as we are coons, or we'll be looked at as, you know, he's a herb, he's a scrub, because he's trying to use his mind to help his family and to elevate where he is as a human being. You'll be looked at a certain way, you know? You'll be looked at as you are not, you know, part of the man race or part of the human race. You'll be looked at as something foreign, and you'll get called names. You'll be, you know, looked upon as if, you know, that you couldn't be an effective human being in society, right? So we have all of these narratives, and we're looked upon as crazy because we're trying to do something other than just be a rapper, other than just be a singer. You know, although I might can hit a tune or two, I might not be the best, you know, but I can't go out there and be a singer. So I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna do what I do, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay in my lane. But why is it a double standard? She brought a lot of points out that I wish I was writing it down. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all didn't forget what she was saying. She was bringing out some points, and she said a lot of the insecurities that a woman has strings from a man. Now that right there, hold on, let me make sure I get this down. Let me write this down so that I won't forget, right? Okay. Got you. All right, I just shorthanded it. We good, okay? A lot of insecurities come because of a man and how they have dealt with the woman and how she has received the information he was giving to her, right? That's the easiest way I can put it, family. The easiest way I can put it. So due to the information that the man was feeding that woman, she either received it as positive or received it as negative. So what it did was it kind of like put her in a state of depression. Now, that's one of the things that probably could have happened, or it could have been something as far as, what's another one? What's another one, family? Okay, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
This is Ace Corner Talk. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Rayla. I'm calling from Baltimore. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing? Thank God you ain't no prank caller. Thank you. Yeah, it was getting crazy. You get people calling with all this crazy stuff. I'm looking at the phone like, okay, let's see what we got now. Well, good. We got somebody who wants to put some input. Okay, cool. So what's on your mind?
Yeah, I kind of have my opinion on both sides.
Okay, cool.
First, I started off by saying that I was raised with both parents. Well, my dad was in my life. So I've learned, this is what I would say, the values of a man with my father. I learned what a man is supposed to do, how a man is supposed to present himself to a woman, how a man is supposed to treat a woman, and things of those sorts. And I looked at it all started with me from at home.
Okay.
So I do know, I can't easy to say there are some good fellas out here. Not all fellas out here are dirty and dogs and not taking care of their kids, because I can name a handful that I know that do.
Right.
So I want to say that first.
Okay.
But on the other aspect, also being a woman, who I am also raising 2 kids alone, and I have experienced dealing with guys, as you said, never had a father figure in their life, so they didn't know how to play their position as a man. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know the things that need to be done. And as a woman, even trying to guide a man in that direction, it's a no-go.
Okay.
So what I feel is that when men are in that position, that they're not sure where they fit. They're not sure how to play their position. They may not even be sure how to be a father. The things that, like you said, about, you don't want somebody to treat your mom this way. You don't want somebody to treat your sister this way. Since you use that, those values, and you should carry those values with you. I think a lot of that comes from a person's personality. Because if a person already has that in them that I don't want to see my mother hurt this way, or I don't want to see this to happen to my sister, so I'm not going to treat this female this way. Right. But a lot of men doesn't even carry that value with them, what makes you also consider how they look at their own mother and sister. So dealing with that, we have a lot of men out here who don't have those values. So with them not having the values, we have children who are lacking father figures. We have women who are being hurt or abused, whether it's verbally or physically or whatever, because of those things that we fall short in. It's not all our men, but we have quite a few men out here that things are.
Okay.
And I think that's affecting our generation.
So check this out, sister. I want to say this one thing. Okay, so what about when you come in a situation now. What happens? Like now, is it no? Now, shouldn't a sister or a brother get to know each other before they get to going forward in a relationship? Because that's one point I want to mention. A lot of times, people rush into relationships and they don't know the partner or who they're dealing with, so they realize they got a monster that they're living with or dealing with, and now they want to get rid of them. But what about the time that it takes to get to know who that person is, to see the faults, to see how crazy they are when nobody's around, to see after y'all have relations whether he's quick to get up and leave or whether he wants to lay there and chill with you? It's a whole lot of issues. So those are the things when it comes to the double standards that we're indulging in, because that's what happens. A lot of people, they get hooked up with dudes that have been still attached to their mother's breast, and their mindset is still trying to be a kid in a grown man's body. But then when these women get hooked up with them because of their looks and not worried about what's on the inside, that's what happens. You come across these situations, right?
I agree.
So
what I also want, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I just want to say peace to the chat, man. Peace, Muhammad. How you doing? Peace, family. I just wanted to just say that because a lot of times we'll go ahead and get the flack for a lot of stuff, but you got to account for the maturity of the individual that you get hooked up with. Because if you don't take a deeper look and look at the individual that you're pairing up with, if he is a child in the mind, you can't expect but for so much from him. You can only expect but for so much, because his mind is not going to be on a level that you need or for your needs at that time. You might need a man and you got a boy. You see what I'm saying? So it's an imbalance there. It's going to be an imbalance there. You feel me? I'm sorry. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, because again, I've had a lot of experiences. So I'm going to say that sometimes when I learned this, every man is not, when a man comes and present himself to you, he presents himself to a woman, he's not going to necessarily show his flaws that he knows will turn a woman away from him. So at the beginning, they choose to put on a character. Their character ain't always who they are. Most of the time, their characters ain't who they are.
Okay.
So, of course, it's a time to finally get to learn who the real man is. So, with that being said, I totally agree with you. With
caller,
we have to hold ourselves accountable to the men that we are interacting with or getting ourselves involved with. But sometimes they can send us an invitation of something that we may feel that we want. Or in the beginning, they may wait. They may, take us out. They may take you on dates. They may do all these things to get your attention. And then once they feel like they have you where they want you, that's when your true colors start coming in.
Okay, check this out. Hey, caller, can you hear me?
What I call the hidden genders starts to show. It starts to show. It's just up to us to see those signs. And a lot of times, and once a female get her involved, she started ignoring those signs. That's where we fall and make our mistakes at. So instead of saying that, he's starting not to come home, this is not acceptable. And you know what, maybe I'm gonna let him go this one time. Or maybe he gave me a good excuse, I'm gonna let him go this one more time. When we start doing that, that's when we start downplaying ourselves. But once we start seeing those signs that this man and who he presented himself to be in the beginning, then that's your sign and your time to back away and let that man go and let that man do what he feels he needs to do for himself. But a lot of times it takes us more than that. So I'll take that part. But everybody that comes forward ain't out there, you don't see them out there doing their dirt. You don't see them out there people with all these women.
So check this out.
When they do that, they're going to put on the game because they're trying to get you.
So caller, check this out. Can you hear me? Check this out. So what you do is, and I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to lose my train of thought. So keep what you're about to say.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you take, and this is what they used to do in the old days. See, now they have gotten away from introducing the person to their mother or their grandmother, right? And I'm going to take it old school, right? I ain't old, but I'm going to take it old school. They used to take the individual to their grandmother and let grandmother look them up and down. Or they used to take them to the mother or the father and let them look them up and down. Okay, you might not have a father. Bring them to the grandfather. You might not have a grandfather. Bring them to the grandmother. So there's other options you can use to digging deeper to finding out who the individual is you're dealing with. Those are the things you should do instead of keeping away from your mother for about a month or two until your feelings get deeper involved. Because what happens is people's feelings get so attached early, they negate the fact that they should be allowing somebody else from the outside to give a point of view about the individual. Then you can go from that point and you got options from that point. You got an option whether to believe your family member or you got options on whether to believe somebody you just met. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's happening right now into society. You got babies running out there getting hooked up in relationships, wanting to possess, being in a relationship, being married young. I'm not against that. Okay, if you're young and you want a partner, but still you got to go through the process of learning who the individual is, because you can't point your finger at that person in a year. Or you can't point your finger at that person 6 months later and say, you fooled me, you ain't who you were supposed to do, or you ain't who you supposed to be, because I think the individual could look at you and say, well, who you thought I was supposed to be? We just met each other. So it goes both ways. You understand what I'm saying, caller?
I'm listening.
Yeah, so it goes both ways. So we have to understand that you got to be wise in how you choose somebody, because, I'm trying to keep it on topic, but you got to be wise with how you choose the person you deal with, because it's the person that will be connected to you. He's connected to your soul if you're trying to take it there seriously. Now, if you just want to fling or you're just trying to hook up for a nice little night call, I'm not saying go do that. But if you do, don't get a baby out of it. And you know what I'm saying? And don't do things that's going to entrap you, that you're going to be bound to this person if that's not what you're looking for. Okay? So I'm totally agree. Oh, excellent. So I appreciate your call and your input. And I appreciate that, because that was a good insight. That was definitely a good insight with what you were saying. And even with your situation that you said that you're involved in, from that point, you got to proceed with caution. You got to proceed with caution, because you have, you got your babies or whatever the case is. You got to proceed with a little caution on who, from that point, that you redeem worthy enough. Now, who you redeem worthy enough to be in their life and to be in your life. A lot of people are not even worthy enough to be connected to us. They're not. They're not even worthy enough for your attention. But some people, they just let their guards down because they're tired of being alone, or they let their guards down because they're tired of going to the movies by themselves, or they're tired of going out to eat by themselves. So they let their guard down and they just allow things to go and they just go with anything. But it's a double standard today, because when it comes to men, when I look at it from a man's point of view, from my lens, when I look at it, I say to myself, if I wasn't married, what can that person contribute to my life? If you don't have something that's going to contribute to my life to help me get elevated, as well as me helping you elevate it, then why are we together? That's what we should be looking for. We should be looking for qualities on how we can complement each other to move forward in life and move up. Why are you going to get with somebody riding a bicycle that can't even take you to go get some ice cream and cake? It just doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Why are you going to pair yourself up with somebody that's a pothead and spend all their money on weed all day and can't even buy your baby some Pampers? I'm sorry, but these things are real, and that's what people do. That's what people do. They settle for that because, they're tired. They're like, I'm just tired of waiting. I'm going to choose Joe Blow around the corner. And that Joker turned out to be the Joker from Batman. You see what I'm saying?
I understand. But I said, one thing that a lot of people don't believe in making responsible for their own decisions. And sometimes we have to take that responsibility. You know what I mean? For everything that I've been through, from the learning process, I've learned from everything that I've done. And I also took my part of responsibility in the play, where I stepped in, where I stepped out, what I accepted, what I shouldn't have accepted. I had to learn to take that responsibility. Once I took that responsibility and understand my faults in it, then that's when I'm able to learn from it and take a different step the next time.
Okay.
So I totally agree with what you're saying.
Okay. Well, thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, caller. I'm sorry. I'm
No problem.
trying to open my line up to see if somebody else call. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you for listening.
Subscribe and put a thumbs up for me, caller. All right. Thank you. Peace.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay, cool. That was a good call. That was a good call. Thank those who are looking in. If you haven't subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you. Now, that is crazy because a lot of people nowadays, what they do is, depending on where they are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, if somebody present themselves, if they see, and I'm gonna tell you this is so much facts right here. When people see the good in you and there ain't no good, they're gonna try to get you. All right, disagree with me right now. I dare you to put something in the chat disagreeing with me. If you don't believe what I just said, when people see the good in you and there ain't no good in them, they're going to try to get you. Okay, that's real talk. If there is a no good man and he see a good woman, he gonna go after that good woman. He is. I'm telling you, he is. And if there's a no good woman and she'll see a good man, she gonna go after that good man. You understand? That's what it is. That's nature. You know? And then depending on if we are gullible enough to let them corrupt our life, we'll just invite them on in, depending on how smooth they talking, depending on how good she can bat her eyes, depending on her shape of her body, depending on how much muscles he got. That's just what it is, man. And then we get paired up and get hooked up. And then here we go. We on the chat talking about it's a double standard. You know, why am I treated this way? And why is the woman treating me this way? And then with a brother, why that broad treating me like this? And then the women, why that nigga treating me like this? It goes back and forth all day long, you know? But there is a double standard in society. And that right there in itself, is crazy, because I look at it and I say that they're making it hard for a man to be a real man with all of the things that are presented out there for him. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not coming against LBGT and all that stuff like that. If you're a man and you're not if you're not, you know, whatever. All right, it's just complicated. All right, so I'm not trying to complicate that situation. But if you're not seeking a woman and all that, that's a whole different situation to deal with. I just don't know how to address that, because I'm a man looking in from a man's point of view, talking about man and woman situation. So those who that might be of that persuasion, I'm not coming against you, and I'm not commenting on that situation, because I don't know nothing about it, okay? But I am speaking about the man and the man and woman situation and how it is a double standard, right? Because it is. It is. Society tries to bring us down, try to water us down as men, try to make us effeminate, try to make us to the point where we don't no longer want to subscribe to being a strong male figure. If we possess anything of any type of masculinity, what happens is they begin to target you. If you talk about wanting to be a strong man, you're a target these days. It's a double standard out there. They don't want you to be a strong man, okay? They want you to have high heels and a dress on, and they want you to parade around and make a fool of yourself. They don't want you to be a strong man talking about values, talking about staying home with your wife, or talking about raising your kids. They don't want that, because it doesn't fit the narrative that you are subscribed to. It doesn't fit it. Okay? It doesn't fit it. So society is pushing a new agenda forward. And now what they got to do is get some gullible person or man that has not been raised by another man to teach them how to be a man. They subscribe to them to get them pulled into the matrix of being effeminized. And I'm telling the facts. I'm telling the truth. You can hate me. You can do whatever you want to with that comment. But it's the facts and it's the truth. Okay? It's a double standard right now. It's a double standard. Okay? We get the flag. We get all of the flag. And I'm coming on the men now. Okay? So, Rella Ann, I'm going into the men right now. I'm going into the men. All right? This is what you wanted. Let me give that pain right now. Here come the pain. So, we got the men out there who are being raised in gangs, who have fathers who have been in gangs. We got brothers and uncles who have been in gangs. So they're raising them with a gang mentality. And they're raising them with the mindset to be a gangster, right? Okay? I'm going a little deeper. And they're raising them to how to be gangsters and how to be thugs. So on the bottom of that totem pole is the woman. Okay? They'll value their woman up to a certain point. Okay? But when it comes to really putting some values into what they're doing, putting some respect on the name, like Birdman said, put some respect on my name. When it comes to putting some respect on that name, they don't do it. Okay? They'll rather put papers on a pit bull and rather put papers on a Doberman than put some papers on that female. And that's facts. That's facts. They'll go put papers on that dog before they go put it on that female. That's facts. They'll go paper up that female dog so they can breed her, but then the woman, he been with her for 6-7 years and won't put no papers on there. And like Beyonce said, put a ring on it. And you know, and some women out there, they still waiting. All right, Rella Ann, I'm going deep. I'm going deep. All right. I'm out there. I'm in the ocean now, man. But so brothers, they're being raised. They're being raised by the gang. They're being raised by that tough dude in their life. Yeah, nephew. This is what you do. You grab the biscuit, you go around the corner, and the man talking that slick talk, handle your business. Whatever. Okay? And that might be a little dramatic, but that's usually the scenario. You know, somebody popping that slick talk, go handle your BI. You know, he coming up on you. Don't let him pump you in front. No, don't do it. Or whatever. All right? Let's go get that money. Let's go get that money. We ain't got no money. We broke. Let's go get that. So now you got two things working against us. We got men being raised by gangsters, thugs, and then you got men who are being effeminized by the society out there. Man, boy, we got it bad, fellas. Oh, boy, we got it bad. Man, what do we do? What do we do? We got it bad, fellas, because on one aspect of it, we're being effeminized, and on the other aspect of it, we're being turned into the gangsters, right? And then that middleman who the square is, he's in the middle, and he don't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't know if he should go left or right, where he at, you know? And he's the one on the low getting that dough, getting that money, but he ain't got the girls. Come on. You know Poindexter getting that thing off. Yes, he is. Poindexter getting his rocks off. Don't think he ain't. He got that money. He can pay for it. He paying for his. He in the middle. I know I'm wrong. Excuse me, Lord. Forgive me for that one. I'm just saying. I'm keeping it real with you. All right? That's Ace Corner Talk. And anything I do, I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real. All right? But check this out. It's getting late. It's 9 o'clock. Ace got to go to work, make that dough so I can make my channel better, buy some more equipment, do what I got to do. This is Ace Corner Talk. We're going to pick this back up. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to have my guest on. We're going to make this show lively. This topic is going to be part 2, and the rest of this got some stuff that I'm bringing out is going to be hard-hitting, man. So you want to stay tuned in. Tomorrow, we're going to go deeper. This is going to be something you want to hear, okay? So I thank those who are listening in, those who are watching, those who are going to see this at a previous time, subscribe, like, thumbs up. Tomorrow, we're going deep, all right? We're going to have some guests on tomorrow. We're going to take this thing to another level. Hey, check it out. Double standards, men. Where y'all at? I want to see y'all live in that chat tomorrow. I want to see y'all with some comment. I want to see you with some powerful stuff to get back to the women. Rella Ann came in here and blew my whole spot up, shut it down. So where y'all at? Huh? Where y'all at, man? What's up? What's up? Huh? All right. So tomorrow we're gonna have some guests on. We might have. I got a special weapon for y'all. I got a surprise for y'all. I got some help for Rella Ann tomorrow. All right. She can come on in. She's gonna help Rella Ann get it in. All right. So at this current time, I gotta shut it down, baby. I hate to do it. It's getting good to me, but I gotta go to work. So tomorrow I'll be able to devote more time, and we going in deep. You feel me? We going in deep on this one. So watch, stay tuned. Ace Corner Talk. Double standards. Men versus women. And on the low, us men, we winning. Peace. The men always get the last word. I'm out.